Previously on PolyArmoury.
As soon as you come through, the portal behind you flickers and vanishes. There is no way back. It is blindingly bright, especially for you, Brilmara, as a dwarf. Everything that isn't the desert or the building in front of you is just blinding white light. And then this almost like packed clay road that stretches infinitely off to your left and right. And in front of you is this, it looks like a saloon. It's got the swingy doors and like a horse trough outside, and you can see a pair of feet poking behind the horse trough.
Do they by any chance look like the person we're looking for?
100%, absolutely, that's definitely Puss Mare. She's got drool all down her, she smells horribly of vomit. She leans up and goes, "Hey!" Puts her arms around you, leans over on your shoulder, and immediately falls asleep. You enter the bar. It is a classic Western saloon bar. There is people sitting around on like wooden tables on stools playing card games. There's someone sitting in the corner doing like five-finger fillet with a knife. There is a very familiar looking bartender. But what most grabs your attention as you come in is there is a real rowdy-looking giant orc standing at the bottom of this flight of stairs, shouting up at the balcony. Goes and sits down at the table, and there's an elf there, older-looking, very tired, but still clearly a very young for an elf. But still, a god, just head in hands, just shaking. There are a few other people sitting around this table. There is a tabaxi. She appears to be she's got her arm around a being small enough to be a mortal, perhaps, and she's playing with a little ball of string on the table while holding her cards. There is an almost made of bronze-looking dwarf, and there is a yuan-ti sitting in a booth, holding a snake up by the head. There's someone else as well. A large, round woman, dressed kind of like a vicar. All of you recognise Grumpsh, the orc god, with his eye patch. You know that he lost the eye in a famous battle of sorts. You recognise the exhausted-looking elf in the golden armour is Aerith, the patron of the elves. The bronze dwarf person is Adamant. You all recognise Calm. Calm is the elven god of service workers. Dahlia is the yuan-ti god, their patron. Camilla is the one that's dressed like a vicar. Yizix is the lizard folk, and you don't recognise anyone else you see at the moment. And you know that Luthic is or was at some point Grumpsh's wife. Brilmara? Is that you, Brilmara? Turning round out of the cuddles of the tabaxi is Trash Boy.
Oh, shit! This is a character from the original season. Fuck, yeah!
Your worship, gosh, I should have asked how to go about this before I came over.
Oh, hello, my child.
Hello, do you mind if we sit and have a drink with you?
Please come sit down, enjoy all that this great life has to offer.
Oh, I saw you looking at the piano. What's the deal with that?
Well, we always used to play with Luthic singing, but it seems that ever since her little falling out with Grumpsh, we are not really playing anymore. I think your best option would be if you could perhaps get all the original singers together. Perhaps if they were to at least gather round the piano again, we might encourage Luthic to come down.
So we heard that Dahlia and Callistra have a little bit of a thing?
Yeah, there's been some animosity there. I don't know the exact details, but I know that Callistra is pissed. You turn towards the door, and there is this long-eared elven figure with just, incredibly thin limbs. She is beautiful, but it's almost like someone went, here's beautiful, and I'm just gonna crank that up a little bit more, so it just looks kind of terrifying, but also incredibly hot, but definitely terrifying. Have you met her before, Dee?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Dee is not a very good cleric at all.
Brilmara is going to attempt to create the circle up on the balcony above the booth. However, she's going to lay down napkins and do the circle on napkins so that it's easily...
Very considerate.
Yeah, so that it's more easily, clear-uppable for the god of service staff.
Do the somatic gestures. You do the vocal elements. And the circle, all the light comes straight up from it.
Yeah.
So it looks all weird and anime. And then just this hoofing great snake just comes head first out over the balcony, lands dead on top of Dahlia, and just swallows her whole and just vanishes. That is beautiful. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Stone Monkey Radio and Curiosity Epidemic's roleplay series, PolyArmoury. How is everyone doing?
Huzzah.
Warm, but otherwise
It
alright.
is a bit toasty today.
That summer warmth is seeping in.
It is.
I've got so much laundry dried.
Ooh.
Nice.
I just heard how inside I sound. I'm excited about the laundry situation.
I mean, with the world the way it is at this exact second, I think excited about the laundry is a very relatable mood.
Mm-hmm.
Little victories, little tiny victories.
Hooray! Here's an event that happened inside my house.
Ooh.
Whoop whoop.
And on this day, let it go down in the annals of history, I saw the bottom of the washing basket.
Da da da!
From the inside. Yeah, so we left you all standing around in a bar. You just terrified the crap out of a Yuan-Ti god.
I'm sure that won't come back to bite us in the ass later.
It's
Eh.
Probably fine.
It's fine. Hey, if they come back to cause us trouble, I'll just ring up my god and go, hey, you know that one we scared? They've come to hassle me. Can we scare them again?
Gonna show her how that go?
Yeah. Can you do the whole...
Apparently, she wasn't scared enough.
Yeah. Can you do the whole snake eat you routine again?
Yeah, you didn't seem to get the idea, so here we go.
A snake
So
inside a snake
anyway, I've
inside
been
a snake.
feeling bad all week.
Yeah.
Aw.
Pretty much as soon as we pressed stop on the recording, I was like, shit, I knew I needed to ask them something. Can we go and ask Trash Boy about
Sure.
the Instagram situation?
Sure.
So, Trash Boy, was it? God of Instagram.
It's got a thirst, but sure.
Have you noticed
Noticed.
that the whole social media thing, it's kind of gone now?
Yeah, there's nothing except for me now.
Oh, so you're alright with it then?
Yeah, show us your Scrytome, I'll show you.
Okay.
Pop your Scrytome out.
Out we pop it.
And head over to what would be Instagram.
Ha! Is it just one profile?
It is just like a shrine to Trash Boy.
I mean...
As it should be.
Oh.
There are just beautiful pictures of Trash Boy everywhere. Lots of comments and apparently people who put weird chasery crap on there just seem to just vanish.
Ooh.
I'm now wondering if there are gods powerful enough to perhaps bring back Pigimon Go. So that...
Pigimon aware?
Yeah, Pigimon away, sorry,
I think you'd have to pray to the great god Niantic.
Niantic, will you please be my new patron god and bring back Pigimon away?
I'm
You hear a
a
hissing
little
in the
confused. How are their accounts? Other
Well,
accounts?
People who have a lot of faith in me are able to give their love to me. Because
Oh.
without followers, what is a god, right?
That is reassuring. My initial fear had been, oh no, your days as a god are numbered, and I didn't want to bring it up in case it was like oh god, this is coming, and I don't want to think about it situation.
No, it's fine, hon, it's fine.
Ah, godhood seems real cool.
It is really cool.
If you like hear of any slots opening up for godhood positions, just slide me a DM.
Well, if you can get enough followers, you can join us here.
Are there any openings like specific realms of worship?
No, I think you just have to kind of find your niche and then fill that void.
So
Fascinating.
you talk about finding enough followers, and Brilmara's suddenly thinking about every single person we've helped along our adventure, and like, do you constitute a follower? You are part of our little army.
The interplanar Church of Parkin.
Parkin, god of everybody loves.
God of love.
Do the people who love Parkin count as loving D, or is that just Parkin?
I mean, it depends how much you wish to inhabit. People misunderstand their gods all the time.
That's true.
Look at the chipmunks.
So, as of last episode, we managed to get, I think, all the important people to the table.
Everyone apart from Camilla is sitting at the table, and Dahlia's been kicked out.
Okay.
What about the dwarf? Did we get the dwarf?
Adamant's sitting at the table.
We've not spoken to Adamant. We've also
Or
not
Ari.
spoken to Ari. Do we want to have conversations with them? Because it feels like now is the time to start getting a feel for who's at the table and working out who's the person to ask a question about the piano to get that whole situation rolling.
I want to know what happens if Trash Boy touches the piano. Because, if the snake touched it, snakes.
Trash Boy. Piano. What's the? You ever played that piano? You ever touched that? Does that do things for you?
I mean, I have Instagram, so I don't really need the piano. I have my own ways of interacting.
Yeah. So I'm guessing the piano is like the portal to everything that's not the gods.
It's kind of abstract. It's how they interact with their creations.
Okay. So is there anyone at this table that we could ask about this whole group, and their interactions with the piano, who's not just gonna get furious the second we talk to them?
I reckon if you can perk everyone round this table up enough, and I'm seeing some happy faces here already,
Okay.
I think perhaps you might be able to, maybe get them singing. And if they're singing, who knows, even Luthic might come down.
Okay. So Adamant and Ari, we need to strike up conversations with and work out how to cheer them up, I think is the situation. So, can you remind us what we know about Ari? They are the god of the elves? Russell's pages.
Russell's paper filters through documents. Ari is an exhausted-looking elf with golden armour and a wicked grin. Her bow was in the pot for playing cards with Grumpsh. Grumpsh has won that bow.
Oh. Could this be a win the bow back and give it to Ari to cheer them up situation? Maybe? Do they look a bit miserable?
They look a bit exhausted and a bit down on their luck.
Can I do insight to get a sense of what we could... Of whether getting that bow back is the best route to cheering up Ari? That be insight? That's a 2 on insight. That's a botch. I'm convinced that Ari couldn't be happier.
Seems fine.
Yeah.
Seems fine. It's all good, right?
Yeah,
Good.
okay, we don't need to deal with Ari. Ari's happy. Okay, cool, done, bye.
I mean...
D's gonna give it a shot.
So you're going with insight.
Click the... Oh, 24.
Yeah, it seems like she wants to be playing cards, maybe getting some wins in, but it doesn't look like she's got a lot in the way of collateral left.
What do I have?
Short of starting to strip.
That seems like the kind of thing that would happen in a god tavern.
Have some traveller's clothes, smith's tools, a staff, a rusk.
I have it. I have an immovable rod, but that's... I like my immovable rod.
You stick it in the pot and no one can get it back out again.
A handful of rusty screws I don't think is going to be very helpful. Broken scrytome. Have a working scrytome. Again,
Will
That ring
drugs
is-
be appreciated?
Oh,
Oh, you have drugs, don't you?
I mean,
Mhm.
drugs seem like the kind of thing gods would be able to handle. Are they pot-worthy?
Purple worm and dove leaf.
Yeah.
You've got some good leaf, dove leaf and some bad leaf, dove leaf, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, Trash Boy, do you watch the pot on this often? Would putting some drugs in the pot be a thing that people would be like, yeah, we'll bet on that?
I mean, round here they'll pretty much bet on anything.
Okay. You happy to offer Ari some drugs to bet?
Do they only bet on cards?
They're only playing cards at this table.
I know that's what they're doing at the minute, but I don't know. They might have brawls.
You want to fight a god?
No.
I had assumed that
They can
Dusty
summon
was
champions.
thinking of fighting for the god. I could be mistaken.
Yeah, I was like, they've got followers. They can pop one in.
Starting
This can be what they've been working towards for however many centuries of devotion.
fighting seems like a real bad idea in the Celestial Plane. I wouldn't.
But Keck, in the pub,
Should we try and offer some drugs to Ari to bet with?
okay, but I have a backup plan.
Okay.
You're not going to like it, it's terrible.
It is terrible. So, how do you want to act that out?
Hi, sorry to bother you. Are you Ari?
Hi, I am Ari.
Lovely to meet you. This is my friends Dee and Dusty. We noticed you've been having a wonderful time, it seemed, playing cards, and that seeming a little bummed out.
I love to play. It's very difficult to play, though, and I'm rather running out of things to bet.
Would it help if, as a "hey, nice to make a new friend" gesture, we gave you something with which you could continue betting?
You'd front me some money to get back in?
We could. How much would you need, money wise?
So the pot's about 20 platinum right now.
Well, I'm carrying around 200 gold, which is not so much. But a friend here has got some drugs she could throw in the pot. I don't know if that is an acceptable buy-in.
What have you got?
Dee will offer up the entirety of what they have on them. 5 purple worm and just a collection of dove leaf.
I guess one question before we progress with that is, has Dusty at this point completely given up the idea of taking purple worm at some point?
Because this stuff is almost impossible to get now, funnily enough.
Brilmara told him that she needed to have as many powers as possible, so he went away and he evaluated things, and he cares about Brilmara enough that he's just not going to take it because it seems important to her.
I don't know if there was a miscommunication at some point. I don't think Brilmara ever wanted Dusty to not take the purple worm. I think Brilmara's just like, hey, it's important to me that we destroy the source of more of this, at least in the short term, but we have some, it's there.
There was a whole thing mentioned whereby you said, whereby Brilmara said, I didn't see it, wink.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah, no, he's not had it confirmed to him that she'd be directly okay with it, and because power is what makes her feel safe, he's going to be contributing to that until he's told otherwise.
In that case, a quick sidebar conversation in character as Brilmara sees all of the purple one being put into the pile to offer over. She will get Dusty aside for a second and go, look, it's cool with me if you want to have some still, like, feel free to keep one back. It's, I'll wink wink nudge nudge, I didn't see, but also, like, even if I do get shouted out, we'll work it out, we'll get through it. So, like, if you want us to keep one aside, it's chill by me.
Dusty is just going to look back and forth between Dee and Brilmara and not know what to do.
Dee will encouragingly nod.
Thank you, Brilmara.
It's okay.
He's just going to pocket it for now, because I feel like now is not the time.
Oh, now is 100% not the time.
Not really.
But, in that case, we offer up, 4 purple worm and the rest of the dove leaf?
Mm-hmm.
And Ari looks at your collected drug supply, really looks at it, in a way that, I don't know if you've heard about this thing in certain religious beliefs where they will take it as sacrifice to the god of, fruit or vegetables or something, and they put it by the shrine, and they say that the god has eaten it it's still there, it's still physically there, but the essence of it has been taken.
Yeah.
You get the impression something like that has happened.
Okay.
Does it go all silvery and start getting shot at by hoity-toity drugs?
No, it's all still good. And she's like, yeah, I think I might be able to keep myself in the game with this. Thank you so much.
No worries, happy to make a new friend.
She's got a little bit of a smile on. If there's anything I can do for you, just let me know.
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll get back to you shortly about that. So now, is it just adamant we've got left?
Mm-hmm.
Can we return to Trash Boy and get some more intel? What's the deal with adamant?
And also, how is the cat god doing for shorts?
How is the cat god doing?
Adamant's kind of a quiet one. Kind of like Grumsh, that sort of broody, dark, underground type thing. It's quite mysterious energy. But, yeah, I mean, they seem alright. I just wish they'd have the whole conversation with Harry, because yikes.
The whole conversation?
Roll perception?
4. Brilmara's not rolling well today.
Anyone else want to join in on this perception?
Dee will. 7.
Dusty saw something.
The inside
So-
of not taking drugs. Right this second.
Apparently so. Dusty Adamant is just seriously creeping on Harry. Like there is a real that hungry look that some guys get. You know the one.
Uh-oh.
You knew the one.
I did. It sent my blood cold.
I apologise.
Do we know how Ari feels about this?
Is that an insight?
I feel like it would be insight.
Yeah, if you want to roll on that insight.
5. He sees all, knows nothing.
19 on insight.
15.
That's a group success. Well done.
Huzzah.
From what you can tell, insightful. Ari doesn't even notice. Ari's just happy to be back playing the game again.
Okay.
So the game is progressing, and now that you have Zizix back at the table, they reach into their pack and pull out a stuffed shark,
Ooh.
which goes on the table in the pot.
How can we help this be won by a certain someone? Go bribe everyone to lose the hand. What's the cat god's name again?
Mittens.
Hey, Mittens, anything we can do for you? Because we see the shark there, and we'd be very up for helping you win that if we can do anything to help.
Mittens hands you each 20 platinum
Oh.
Why?
to buy yourselves into the game.
So that
okay.
that's additional people who could win the shark and hand it over. Oh shit, we're in!
Yay! I don't know how to play poker.
Don't worry, it's not like Jane's gonna pull up a virtual poker room and expect you to play poker.
Are we not? Damn
Until...
Oh god, it's shit.
No.
Oh god.
Damn it.
Oh.
Okay, so Grumpsh shuffles expertly, like fingers moving pretty swiftly, and the cards are tossed out around the board pretty quickly.
So you say that he does this Monday through Sunday?
Every day he's shuffling. Every day.
I love that joke. You're a genius.
Thank you. So yeah, everyone is shuffled in.
Huzzah.
You look at your cards, not bad. Yeah. So, who's got any advantage on like gambling or anything like that? It's usually like a character trait related.
I don't have proficiency with anything that isn't
Hitting.
directly beating things up adjacent.
Right.
I can hold my breath indefinitely though, so, you know.
Good for tense moments.
I have the ability to communicate telepathically with any creature I can see within 30 feet, which would give me the ability to maybe message people who are on Team Let's Win That Shark and collect additional information. Would that be enough to get me an advantage?
I'm not sure if we should cheat in a God's card table game.
Okay, fine, I won't cheat at the God's card table.
D is a habitual liar and a patron of a trickery god. Also has skill and sleight of hand.
Ooh.
Okay, let's trust D.
Okay, D, roll sleight of hand with advantage.
Wow.
Do I have
6 and a 9.
Do I have
9.
anything I can do to add to your number?
You sort of noticed off to one side, Callistra sort of like wiggling her fingers at you a little bit, and then she just sort of face palms slightly.
Oh no! In front of my god!
Oh no! You tried. You did something that was in the spirit of your god's domain.
Yeah,
Badly.
that's why she gave you advantage.
Well, you know, maybe we can just hope that that's every round.
See, the problem is I have ideas of things I could do, but I'm like, I don't trust the gods not to just be able to instantly auto-see through spells that I do that have no loss conditions. Because I'm thinking, like, could Unseen Servant help me out? But I'm like, are they just going to see someone walking around going, oh, have a look, oh, have a look? I don't know the rules of what gods can and cannot do, and this makes making choices very difficult.
I assume everything. Ooh, I have good animal handling. Is there any way that I could stoke Catwife up?
You want to like
Talk to the cat folk like they're a cat.
you want to like scritch her on the forehead, like back of the neck.
You got
stitches?
this, you got this.
Yeah, just be like a moral support duster.
So you're gonna touch Mittens without asking.
Absolutely fucking not.
Just checking. So Dusty, what's your plan?
I'll leave you to assume I have a plan.
Oh, I have inspiration still, so I
You
can
do?
use that to get advantage on something. I don't know what role I would do, but I do have inspiration.
Roll me and just a straight 20.
A straight 20 with advantage.
Yeah.
16 on the first, 8 on the second. 16, how's that?
Okay, Dusty, have you got anything else?
I mean, I have proficiency in medium armor. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know when that'll come
just
in
roll me
handy,
a
but if
straight
it does,
D20.
I'm there for it. He's going to start thinking in Undercommon in the hopes that if anyone tries to read his mind, they won't get far.
Okay, roll a
Other
D20.
than that, it's all tumbleweed. D20 to have a tumbleweed mind. I feel like Dusty should have advantage for that. 13.
Oh, thank goodness the gods are having some bad rolls. We've had a 5, 10, 8, 2, 13.
So that's a 5 from Grunch, a 10 for Ari, an 8 from Adamant, a 2 from Trash Boy, and a 13 from Mittens.
5 rolls and no one beat my 16. Oh, thank God.
Which means the 16 is victorious.
Hooray!
You
Huzzah.
take the pot.
I take the pot. Is there anything other than the shark in the pot?
Drugs, shark, there's some actual platinum coins in there.
Ooh, well,
You should probably give what you got back from Mittens, but
yeah, we will repay Mittens and give them the shark, but that does get us back the drugs.
it does get you back the drugs.
Yeah.
And
I
Ari's
feel
back
like
to
we've not
looking
done
useful.
anything to cheer the elf up at this point, then.
But you have definitely cheered Mittens up.
Yeah, well, we can give the drugs back to Ari if needed.
Just cycle them around the table.
Cycle them around the table.
You keep the drugs, we're keeping the money.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else other that we get to take other than the drugs in the pile?
It's just money and drugs.
How,
And
how
a
much
short-
money?
How much money?
After we've paid back mittens.
So after you pay back Mittens, there is 100 platinum.
Ooh.
Jane makes a look on her face. Is this the you shouldn't have let us have money? I mean, you could always have it so Mittens is just like, yeah, and there's my finder's fee.
No, Mittens is very happy with a shark.
Well then, 100 platinum is going on my character sheet.
Yay!
Yay.
So, while this moment of celebration is happening, Mittens just dives into the sack of sharks and just has a little Scrooge McDuck swim around in all the fluffy sharks.
Does Ari look happy still?
Ari looks sort of like wistful and far away.
Okay, cycle
I think
back.
we should talk to Adamant.
I think we should talk to Adamant, but also when we're ready, we can now afford to just slide 20 platinum to Ari and be like, "There's another round." Okay, let's greet Adamant as best we can. Who wants to do that?
What do they look like?
Look like a very tall dwarf. So, dwarf species, big, like black beard and almost bronze skin.
Okay.
And sort of like, almost like a crown to the helmet. It's definitely a helmet, good for fighting in, but also a bit of crown work around there.
Are they wearing just the helmet?
There's other armor as well. It's a full set of plate armor.
I was just worried if it was just like he's got his big hat on
Tackle
and
out.
also
Big hat, beard on, tackle out.
Well, I mean, if you're a god, no one's going to stop you doing that.
Indeed. I mean, Calm might be not on my furniture, please.
The god of getting your tackle out.
Get your dwarven arsehole off my furniture.
leaves a coffee stain.
I don't want a little starfish mark on me best furniture, thank you very much.
This has gone so far away from me thinking he was just going to be sat there in like his joggers or whatever.
Who's going to talk to this dwarf?
It was good for me, but I'm laughing. You're right there. Adamant, is it?
Yes, that's me, I'm Adamant.
It's a fancy helmet you've got there. Make it yourself.
It was forged in the fires of my father.
This accent is interesting.
In the fires that belonged to your father, or was your dad on fire?
Towards the end, a bit of both.
Right. I was going to ask you about crafting, but I've no blood relations to Torch, so... And he's just going to look round desperately for anyone else at all, before he gets set on fire for smelting.
Dee, save us.
Dee doesn't want to get set on fire.
Okay, fine. Brilmara's going to step up and go, "Hey, name's Brilmara. Lovely to meet you.
You're a dwarf as well.
Indeed, definitely of the smaller variety, but yes, hello.
And the greyer. You're a grey dwarf.
Yes, Grey Dwarf, yes.
Yes.
So yeah, it's our first time in the Celestial Tavern. Nice to meet you. How are you doing tonight?
Doing well. If I could just get Ari to notice me, that would be nice.
Yeah. Do you know anything about Ari any way we could help with that?
She has beautiful hair. I think about it at night.
Hmm.
He sort of
Probably a
nods.
personality trait, isn't
Nods and looks far away.
I'm gonna be right back. And Brilmara's gonna start just heading straight over to Ari.
He looks a bit nervous, like, are you going to tell her what?
Brilmara's gonna go over and go, "Hi, nice to see you again.
Hi.
How are you doing? Did you enjoy that round you were back in?"
It's so lovely to play, and Mittens seems very happy.
Oh, Mittens is very happy.
What can I do for you?
Well, how about this? First of all, having just had a win at that table, I can help you out. Do you want to get back in for another go?
Oh, if you don't mind, that'd be lovely.
Of course, I can get you back in for one more. But while I'm on it, I just wanted to like, you know, I'm trying to get a feel for the room, see what everyone's deal is in here. Would you mind, like, just, you know, telling me a little bit about everyone who's around here? You know, what your read on everyone in the room is.
Well, there's Grumsh. Grumsh is always just so angry, but really likes to cards. And I like blades. And I'm here too, so we play. Then there's Mittens and Trash Boy. They're a lovely couple. I said, well, couple. The rest of them aren't here at the moment, but those two are very lovely. And, well, there's you. You've just been here today. And, well, there's Calm serves. It's lovely ambrosia.
Yeah. And who's that one over there? And sort of gestures towards Adamant.
Oh, that's Adamant. Dwarf, you know. I mean, you know.
Do I know?
Roll history?
Botch on history. I know nothing. I'm a dwarf. Shit.
And she looks at you. Even she's like, wispy and far away as she is, she's like, oh bless.
Oh, you just got blessed by a god. Look at you.
There you go, you can have inspiration for being blessed.
What about dwarves?
The hair thing. Dwarves are just really into elf hair. It's
I mean,
a thing.
I'm gonna be honest. I hadn't noticed your hair, but I mean, it's. I don't want to say it's fine because I don't want to seem rude.
It is
but also,
though. It's just
Yeah.
fine. But so many dwarves.
Yeah.
Maybe because you're not a boy. But dwarf men really into elf hair.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. It seemed like that was maybe the deal, but like, I don't know. Is there anything we can do to fix the situation so you don't have someone fawning over your hair?
Okay, and she reaches and grabs like a little dagger from her belt and just snips off like a little lock at the back and hands it to you. There you go.
Well, I mean, thank you. I'm not gonna. Okay, that's not what I was asking, and like, I don't want to do this if it's gonna come across as I'm giving your weird stalker a locket of your hair, because that feels like a weird, creepy thing to do.
It's fine, I'll deal with it.
I mean, you shouldn't have to deal with it. Like, do you want me to go slap some sense into him or something?
Oh, bless you. You're just a little mortal. I don't think you'll be slapping anything to anyone around here.
I was gonna say.
No, but also I don't want to be complicit in weird creepiness that someone's doing. I meant more like, is there anything I can go tell him that'll make him go, I see, it's fine, and he'll stop being an obsessive creep?
He hasn't changed since we gods were made. I can't see him changing now.
Well, look, only if you're super certain that this is the thing that, like, isn't... Like, I don't want to do this if this is the thing that you're not happy with.
I can deal with it. And plus, if it becomes a problem, I'll just get some help from Callistra.
I mean...
She likes teaching people lessons.
I mean, how's about this? Worst case scenario, if it becomes a problem, hit me up. I will get the snake to do something similar to what happened over in the corner of the room a little while ago.
I mean, he likes a dark hole, so I don't know if that would bother him as much, but...
Well, maybe not the exact same thing, but like, I don't know. God of Nightmares, I'm sure we could cook something up. A world in which all elves had no hair will scare him with that.
Okay, well, I will hold you to that. And I'll call you if I need you.
I appreciate that. Anyway, here's 20 platinum for another buy-in.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
And she's back in the game.
Brilmara walks away, happy to have achieved something, but also feeling really uncomfortable about the method that it occurred, and like, oh god, did I make it sound like I was saying, hey, can I have some of your hair to give your stalker?
Especially since you are also a dwarf.
Yeah.
Isn't it nice that they don't distinguish about you being a grey dwarf?
Oh yeah, no. Okay, Brilmara's gonna bring some hair back to Adamant.
Are you just going to present it to him, or...?
Yeah, Brilmara's gonna go, so, I got this for you.
His eyes sparkle. He's got, like, anime eyes. They've got the, like, almost watery twinkle to them. And, he's just, like, almost drooling at you, just leaning slightly forward into it. You just going to hand it to him?
Yes.
And he, as soon as it's sort of handed, he sort of grabs it, trying not to... It's almost snatchy. He's clearly... There's a little bit of restraint there. Just like, don't snatch it. And almost immediately stands up, he's like, I must go to the privy. And just heads off to the toilet.
Oh, gross. Oh, gross. Presumably he's gonna come back in a minute and sit back down at the table. Presumably...
No, I think he's going to come in there first.
Oh, God. You know what I mean? He's not, like, we haven't, like, fucked this up and he's now not at the table and he won't be coming back. Or will be miserable by the time he returns.
You'll have to wait a minute and see.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hang on. Before he goes, does Dusty know what's going on here?
Insight?
Come on.
It's just peeing, right? It's drunk a lot of ambrosia. Or either that or he's going to have some kind of very runny, only eats rice pudding poo.
God.
Oh, I feel like it'll be more funny if I start talking to him instead of just letting him go.
Does Dusty look confused?
Yeah, and Dusty has never let that stop him before.
Oh, Dee's gonna explain.
How does that conversation go? No.
Brilmara's gonna turn away from this exchange back to the group and go, oh, I'm so fucking glad I'm not a dwarf man. I do not understand dwarf man. Ugh.
Ari looks at you like, same.
So mine's the sort of like sticking, like the sort of gag fingers down the throat, like.
It's alright, Brilmara. I don't understand them either. Don't understand much, to be honest. It's kind of freeing.
Yeah, there are many, 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 many things about male dwarfs that I do not understand. Right.
Dusty's going to screw his little face up in concentration and think about any dwarf facts he can tell you.
Is there anyone at the table that doesn't yet look happy?
Everyone's looking pretty chill.
We just gotta wait for Adamant to get back. Hopefully this is not like 100 years long god wank.
Oh.
God, they really take their time. They've got an eternity to play around with.
You don't imagine that Adamant's the best at lasting an eternity.
Oh dear.
Oh no, I saw some hair. I'm now going to last 35 seconds.
Oh no. I mean, if this has been explained to Dusty, when he comes back, Dusty's not going to be impressed with him.
There's like a flushing sound, because apparently they have flush toilets at the Celelstial Tavern, and there's a sound of running water, a sort of weird like blowy noise, which would be unusual because they don't have air dryers in the Underdark.
Oh.
And Adamant sort of comes back in, sort of clearly having used some method of drying hands, but still drying hands on back of plate mail trousers. There's like little bits of hair just round the side of his mouth.
Mm.
And then like it looks like the rest of the hair has been sort of stuffed in a pouch.
Brilmara is going to psychically message Ari and just go, I'm so fucking sorry about dwarf men.
Yeah, me too. Adamant is looking pretty happy now and buys a round of drinks for the table, including you.
Oh heck! Is this big drinks?
This is big drinks.
Oh dear.
So basically, everyone in the bar has a drink now.
Okay.
Which seems to have perked Grumps right up because he's just finished the one that you brought him. And you get into the game, and Ari wins a bit, and Zizix wins a few, Grumps wins a few. It's a good session. You notice that Camilla's paying slightly more attention to the game now. Grumps gets up and buys around.
Grumps
which
buys around?
is clearly a sign of something. Yeah, everyone seems to be having a really good time.
I think Dusty's going to be doing his Uncle Dusty bit, trying to gently explain objectification to Adamant. Unfortunately, he doesn't know that word or many big words.
Thingification.
So, the thing with things is that they're things, right?
Yes.
And elves aren't things.
The
So,
elves.
I mean, they exist, right?
They're made out of thing, but they're not a thing.
Right.
So the thing with that is they've got stuff that's not things.
Right.
That's the bit.
I think your
That
friend
is-
has had a bit too much to drink.
No, I'm onto something, mate. I'm onto something.
You and Brilmara just pats Dusty on the head.
See,
You're
a thing
onto
couldn't pat
something.
you.
The game continues. Things are getting more rowdy. Grumsh buys another round of drinks.
Brilmara will chime up. I just want to say thank you everyone for letting us be involved tonight. It's been a really lovely night. Everyone seems to be getting on so well. I'm guessing you've all known each other a long time.
And Grumsh rumbles in.
As long as we gods have been, we've known each other. Apart from Trash Boy, sorry, you're new, I suppose. Occasionally, new gods come into the world, innit? Some of them,
He glances sort of up towards the balcony above the bar.
like some of them occasionally disappear off on their own for a bit. And of course, there's your snake god, tends to prefer her own company. Fine, I
That's-
suppose.
Yeah, that's fair. She's never seemed much for crowds.
Pervy, ditzy, catface. Yeah, we all hang out, and the weird snake that eats their own.
Yeah.
Don't really get it.
I hope it's all right to ask if you don't mind. I've been wondering about the piano.
Yeah, to be fair, we used to have a lot more fun playing the piano, but there was the whole war.
Yeah,
And since I lost my eye, I don't really feel much like hearing it.
yeah. What happened with the war?
Everyone sort of gets really quiet.
Is this don't mention the war?
It seemed like he was saying that.
Ah,
Everyone sort of gets a bit quiet. Grumsh hard stares at you for just like a minute.
Maybe explain why you're asking.
He's sort of hard.
okay,
You're gonna have to deal with one
Yes.
consequence at a time.
okay, okay.
He's
By
sort of
hard stairs, do we mean like adamant or...
no,
Oh god,
no. It's not popped a boner in the
Ah.
middle of this conversation.
I've put my foot in it. Sorry, everyone.
Someone we won't mention rose to power a new gods, someone who had no right being a god. So we all got together and we dealt with them, sent them back to be a nothing.
As he starts to laugh, as the room perked up
Little
slightly
bit, yeah.
again. Okay,
Everyone's unclenched.
okay.
Is it helpful to also laugh with them, like ha 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 ha?
Sure.
I can't remember what an offer.
I don't think you've ever seen one. I mean, you can roll
What would we roll to know that?
history.
For some reason I was like, knowledge check, Nothic check.
Oh, I
Uh,
crit. I know what a Nothic is.
I got 5.
I know everything there's ever been to know about Nothics.
I know nothing about Nothic.
For nat 20, this appears in your mind.
Let me open that so that it can appear in my mind.
Oh, it's cute.
It's only cute because it's smiling.
Look at its big eye. It looks so baby.
You have the strangest perception of cute. This looks horrifying.
I mean, I can see how you could see this as cute.
Its eyes are so big.
Can I just say, I love its ability, Weird Insight. It does a charisma contest, and if it wins, it magically learns just one random factual secret. It just learns a fact.
It has no lips.
It just squints and then fat.
Its teeth are constantly exposed.
So that'll be the last time anyone sees that little creature.
Yeah. Brilmara deftly does not address right now because she needs them to be in a good mood for at least a little longer. But you seem in a good mood tonight, though. You seem alright.
Yeah, we've not had a night like this for a while.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a good one.
And things proceed, more games are played.
Yeah.
Grumsh buys around. Callistra buys around. Although,
Ooh.
after Callistra's bought around, everyone's, feeling suddenly much more tipsy. A lot more drunk than they were. That one, you think, will probably do you for a little while. And over the next hour or so, things are getting more. There's like a lot more laughter around the table. It's a lot more light-hearted. It's a lot less gloomy in here than it was. It felt sort of very sort of quiet, and at anything moment something horrible might go wrong. But now it feels like just like a jolly happy event. Just old friends having a good time. And after one particularly well-won hand, Grumpsh stands up, turns around, and takes a brush along the keys and starts bashing out a tune.
Oh shit!
And everyone joins in with said tune. Even like Brilmara, like catching like the odd word, like the end of the second line,
Oh.
like from context.
She'll work out the rhythm of a sentence, and she'll spot the rhyming structure, and she'll be like,
Time.
War. Well, she's gotten over her issues drinking the ambrosia. She's got the texture down at this point.
I think you all do. How is Dusty celebrating?
I think Dusty's still just sat in the corner with Adamant trying to explain the thing about the things.
Good luck. Andy, what are you up to? How are you celebrating?
Probably trying to subtly, not so subtly, continue to fawn nearby. Fan being Callistra.
You're trying to
Fan
be like,
NB, you're gone.
hey, remember, have a positive association with having met me, but also don't be annoyed by my presence.
Yeah.
Adorable. Yeah, this is going on. Grumpsh buys another round. Everyone's having an amazing time. Everybody roll perception.
How much does Callistra's patience?
I got 21
Warren.
last time, so I want to keep that.
19 on perception.
17.
Dusty?
18.
Group success, and such a wonderful success it is. Yeah, even over the sound of all the singing and the laughing and the piano, you hear footsteps upstairs on the balcony. You see somebody walking down the stairs, and it is this tall, muscular, really hot orc. She's got like shaved sides and this sort of pompadour at the front. She's got like a kind of a mechanic look to her. It's very attractive, but like not like wispy female orc. She is chonk hench, could crush your face.
Yeah, so Brilmara, in spite of being drunk, has a good perception score here because Gaydar has activated. Just like, oh hey.
Oh, hey there. That makes sense.
Yeah, Dusty's not sitting as still as he was.
Yeah, roll to conceal boner.
13 to conceal boner.
Well done, you have concealed that boner very well.
You know, it started to become a problem, but it's tucked under a waistband now, it's fine.
It's tucked into a belt just to stop it.
Into a belt.
Yeah.
Yep,
Painful.
just lash it down. Stuff it. Down, beast.
Shame. Shame.
Shame. So, Luthic comes down. Grumpsh gets to the end of a song, and before the next song sort of starts being played, or Grumpsh even looking around for suggestions of what to play next, Luthic just starts singing. And you imagine that this is Luthic, based on context. She just starts singing, and Grumpsh joins in with her, and everyone else kind of harmonises, but no one's sort of taking her up on singing the lead to that, and she has an amazing voice. And yeah, definitely rolling for the Gaydar. Roll to conceal smelling of sex.
Conceal smelling of sex?
You know the one.
I know that
I
what you
smell
smell
of
of
horn.
moist.
Okay, what do I roll for that?
Just a straight D20 or a gay D20.
That's a 3.
Ah,
That is not concealed in the slightest.
you are minutes away from sliding off your chair.
I mean,
In fact, you slide off your chair.
I fall on the floor and have to be like,
Is Trash Boy just splitting their sides at this moment?
just like giggling into like Mittens' fur.
Brilmara, having fallen on the floor, attempts to like style it out as like a
Style
sideways lean, like, oh hey, didn't see you there.
And with that finished, she walks down the last couple of stairs. The song's finished. Everyone's sort of looking a bit anxious about what might happen next. Callistra's like just leaning in slightly, even though there's like most of a bar between them. Just like, and what will happen now? And there is a moment, and Grumpshes like holds out arms of like hug ? And she does go in and give him a hug.
Oh.
It's a very nice moment. And then then Grumpsh runs off and grabs everyone drinks.
And the reverie continues.
But people are just having a bit of a catch their breath, wet their whistles a bit after all the singing.
So who in the group is going to go get that help we need? Who's going to do the introductions to the group? Because Brilmara's in no state to do it.
Yeah, Dusty's not walking right.
I guess I can. I guess D should. The I don't know what the word would be.
Not overcome by haunt?
Yes. That would be non-horned. D will go. Can you bring like another round over to Luthic?
Sure.
All right.
Well, you're a very tiny person. I don't know if you could carry her around.
I don't know if you could carry a whole round, but if you
Well-
want to take like a drink for Luthic,
Aw.
Both hands on the tankard, just podble.
Hello, I brought you a drink.
I thought you it's big drink.
It's big.
I
I
am.
brought you a
The
drink,
size of my
and my
head.
friends think you are very pretty.
I find Lux here.
How does D actually do it?
Yeah, D would have to be bringing the drink over and just kind of trying to be breezy, light, still cool in front of because Callistra's here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hi, hey, drink?
Oh, hello, you're new here. Oh, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. We just came in, just popped by, no big deal, just mortals here with the gods.
Mortals don't head round here very often, I must say.
We're myself, D, along with my friend Dusty. Just point over. Is Dusty still doing the explaining?
He's doing his best, but even Dusty's complete lack of intelligence is starting to hint to him that maybe this cause is lost.
Mayhaps.
And she's going to give a wave to Dusty as she's being sort of introduced around.
And Brilmara?
Oh, of course. Hello, Brilmara. Yes, of course we know. Or I know.
Oh, you know Brilmara already?
She travelled with one of my servants for many years as a companion.
Oh.
Me.
Well, we're traveling with her now. Funny story, actually. We came here looking for a certain someone. Do you know Pussmare?
Is she still here? I thought she was heading back.
Yeah, she's outside.
And she looks around at, like, some of the others. Really? You left her out there? Did you at least put her in the recovery position?
I think we managed to do that.
That's something, at least. She'd make a terrible mess.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on a moment. And she pops her drink on the table and hurries up to her room.
As she runs up the stairs, Brilmara chimes in. We made her chips.
She comes hurrying back down with this little pouch. I mean, it's a big pouch to you, but to her it's proportionately a small pouch. And heads over to the bar to order the one thing that isn't rice pudding.
Yeah.
Hot water.
Ah.
Oh.
So she takes this tankard of hot water and sprinkles something out of this bag on it. And the whole room is filled with this smell of... It's sort of like healthy, wholesome, kind of earthy.
Like
Oh, I bet there's wheatgrass in it.
herbal tea infused with
Some kind of herbal infusion, you would guess.
something that you have to put in like a tea strainer.
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably have to, sift some of the bark out of it or something. There's probably like a clove or something that you wouldn't want to get between your teeth. And she's heading outside.
Let's go follow.
Okay, so she gets outside, she pops the drink down carefully, just off to one side, and helps Pussmare up. She's sort of like holding round like the base of her neck to keep her head up straight, and she reaches out, sort of gestures to one of you to pass her the drink.
Oh, D will help.
That's a good idea. Brilmara shouldn't be trusted with hot liquids right now.
So she
Just stood cautiously back, giggling with Dusty.
So she sort of puts it under Pussmare's nose, and like almost immediately there's like a real change of colour. In her. Like she's still got crusty bits around her mouth. She still looks dirty as hell and kind of gross, but like there's a lot more colour in her now. There's more life to her face. It's not like looking like someone's like taken all the inner workings out of it and just like left the skin just like huh. And she's starting to get more life back to her, and Luthic's starting to pour some of it like down her, and by the time she's drunk the whole thing, Pussmare is looking like very much more like awake and invigorated.
Oh.
At which point Luthic will like cast prestidigitation to clean her up because she smells bad, real bad.
Thank God. Literally.
Oh, that was a lot. Oh, I could murder some chips.
Hey, just it's funny you mention that. Hi. There's chips for you.
There's chips. Oh, wow, cool.
There with the chipmunks.
The what now?
Your followers.
Pussmare, goddess of wine and song.
Yeah. So,
Not so much with the chips.
Okay. So, you know how you left a note behind for your followers? Hey, going for a drink. I'd love some chips when I get back.
Yeah, I left him a sticky note.
You're really late going back.
Can't have been more than a few hours, right?
She consults her no watch at all.
The hundreds of years at least late. Back.
Luthic nods. It's like
Yes, it's at least a couple of millennia at this point.
And because your note said to have chips and you didn't come back, they've become a chip religion. They're convinced they didn't make you enough chips or good enough chips, and they're making an infinity of chips hoping to bring you back.
They've built an entire religion around one sticky note.
Yes.
Wow.
They really wanted you to come back, but they've got wine too.
Ooh.
They've got a pit that is just, they constantly fill with chips and wine.
ah, nice.
Yeah, they just sit there on the stairs looking faintly pathetic and waiting.
Yeah, waiting for you
doing
to
the
come
stair
through.
thing,
Yeah, waiting for you to come through the door so that they can give you dinner.
Ooh, there's gonna be some guilt there.
A little bit, but
There'll be some guilt. I
Yeah.
could just go somewhere else. Right?
no, they have like infinite chips and wine.
I do like the chips, but
Chips.
oh, that feels like there's gonna be some.
They
there's
have
gonna be a
perfected making
conversation.
chips. I've not smelt chips better than these ever anywhere.
Ooh.
Yeah, just tell them that the chips were good enough and they won't ask you any further questions.
I am torn.
Nowhere else is going to give you as big a portion of chips.
Okay, I'll go back.
Okay, thank you.
But first, just a little snifter.
No, that's been a long time you've been gone. It would be really...
I mean, you want to go now?
Well, I mean, we need like 10 minutes to finish some stuff up, but like, so long as...
So time for a little snifter.
As long as you are not back down there in 10 minutes.
Well, it took me decades to get down there.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to finish my drink?
I'll get my own.
Okay. Try to help.
She's gonna head to the bar.
Ah,
Okay,
so
so if this was a video game, you'd have someone standing by a door going, "This is your last chance to interact with these people for a while."
Yeah, we need to cross off some. Yeah, now that we've got everyone happy enough that they woke up Pussmare, is now the time that we put the not so happy foot down and ask our questions we need to ask.
Yeah, Dusty's going to go and talk to Grumsh. So, you know that fighting thing that you do?
Yeah, like a bit of a fight, innit?
Well, I'm going to try and frame this as good news then. I feel like you won't like it, but
Right.
I'm just really hoping you're going to stay with me till the end on this one.
He's drumming his fingers on the table, eyes slightly narrowed.
So, there's this person, right? And they've decided that they are the avatar of Guileway,
What
and
now?
that they're causing problems.
What's the guy the way when so?
So when there's this other name, when people say this other name, we hear Guileway. It's what is it, Dusty?
It's Vile. Is the name?
Yeah.
This person.
They say Vile and we hear Guileway.
There is a sharp intake of breath from Grumsh. Someone in the bar just dropped a drink. Like, you heard a glass smash.
Yeah.
Like, an audible gasp from everyone, and Grumsh is now, like, leaning down right in your face, nose to nose. You can feel
anyway,
him breathing at you, and just like,
What did you say?
So the reason we came here for Pussmare is this vial. They've got some avatar burning the Underdark up, and
Got followers and stuff.
oh gosh, you're so big.
he's gonna flick his eye over to Callistra. Did you know about this? No, not really my thing. And besides, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if he was back that we knew about it.
Go on.
Dusty has gone from 6 foot man to 1 foot pile of sand.
Somehow he is still right up in your face.
He's making little sounds.
Brilmara just slightly cuddles the pile of sand, just like, oh.
So they've got a load of followers, and they're casting these fireball things. They're tearing towns down. They completely eviscerated where me and Dee came from, and then we went somewhere else, and they tore that down too, and it's just death and ruin, and we...
That sounds like him. So he's back.
Have you ever seen sand cry?
I have now.
It's like when the waves lap at the shore and the sand turns slightly like wet sand.
Yeah, the sand's just going to try and slink away now, to join the desert where it's safe.
Brilmara chimes in. We don't know why we can't hear the name, but it sounds like a different name when we hear it, which didn't help on the whole realising what was going on front.
No.
Luthic's gonna just put a hand on Grumpsh's back and be like, darling, I will have this conversation with them. Why don't you just have a sit down and a drink, and we can work this out in a minute. I will explain things to them. And she's gonna hold out a hand to you and gesture you towards the stairs.
Brilmara very quickly comes to follow because this is a terrifying situation and she needs to be near the person that seems like they're being nice.
Well then, I think we'll leave it there for today.
Oh my.
Thank you very much for joining us, everyone. I have been the mistress of this dungeon. I am Jane Aerith Magnet. I can be found on Twitter and YouTube as Maniac Janiac. I'm on SoundCloud as Jane Aerith Magnet, where you might be listening to this now. I'm also on stonemonkeyradio.blog, where I write things, twitch.tv/Janiac, where I stream on Tuesday and Thursday nights, janiac.redbubble.com, where you can get one of my fantastic t-shirts, and patreon.com/stonedmonkeyradio. As little as $1 a month would be super helpful.
Hi, this is Nick, and you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and stream at the Nick Flair. And if you'd like to read some media analysis and self-reflections that I'm writing, you can follow my blog at storieswithnick.blog.
I'm Laura. You can find me at Laura K. Buzz everywhere on the internet. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Patreon. That's the one that pays the bills. LauraKBuzz.com. I do a series on YouTube every Friday called Accessibility, where I talk about video game industry accessibility and representation. I've got a bunch of books. There's Uncomfortable Labels, which is out now. It's about being gay and trans. There is Things I Learned from Mario's Butt, which is coming out on February 4th. It's an illustrated, silly and serious coffee table book of video game character butt reviews. And there's Gender Euphoria, which is an anthology of non-cisgender people's stories of euphoric moments they had in regard to their gender, which is going to be out at some point in the future when it's written. There's also podcasts. There's Pixel Squirt, which is a video game pornography discussion podcast with Mari and Stacey from Geek Remix. There's Dice Funk, which is another D&D podcast. I'm on seasons 3, 4, 5, 6, and season 7. They're all self-contained seasons. And there's Podquisition, where we talk about whether your favourite video games are great or perfect.
I'm Becky. I can be found as @Becky2Ill on Twitter. The last series that we recorded, Battle of Designated Heroes, can be found under Curiosity Epidemic on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts.
See you again sometime. Oh, bye!
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 Bye.